Today I'm going to take you through how I light night interiors. Night interiors that transition from practical light into moonlight. I love the ability to play the digital sensor right on the edge where you can barely see detail, just in the shadows. I've never been a big fan of really hot backlight on night exteriors, and I love it to be very underexposed and moody, but just having enough detail to be able to see into the shadows. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take you through that whole process. It starts with setting a camera down right at the angle that I would like to shoot this. Now, obviously, I got a lot of lights blazing here so you can see me talking, but immediately we're gonna start to turn these lights off. We're gonna work with just a practical light. We're gonna bring in our moonlight sources or urban sources. We're in a New York apartment. We're gonna be influenced from metal halide lights outside, and then we'll also transition into going into moonlight sources. So I would plop my camera down and I would kind of set an exposure that is always going to be wide open. I've shot around 21 movies and a television series, and most of the time it's T2, whether it's blazing day exteriors or night exteriors or night interiors. I try to always keep that shallow depth of field. I think it really plays three-dimensionally. Now there's sometimes an action that you have to go to a 2.8 or a 4 so you can get everything in focus. In the cars on Need for Speed, when I was doing all that action, I was playing everything more around a 4. But for drama and these type of movies, I really like to play in that 2 range. Okay, our character is going to walk in. He is going to sit down. He's going to set his alarm. Do a little action here, maybe look at a pill, decide not to take it, and then he's going to turn off the light and lay in bed. So with that, we need to create some light gags because we're going to need to turn off this light. As he turns off the light, any light that we have accenting that light will need to turn off with him. And we're also going to have moonlight coming through the windows. Now, one thing that looks incredibly unrealistic, and I see it on many films, is where they snap the lights on, and when you snap the tungsten lights off, they snap the moonlight on. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to have the moonlight already playing. It's going to be tickling in the background. It's just going to be apparent enough for you to see it and believe it as either a moonlight source or the urban source. Okay, let's turn that light off there, and let's turn this light off, and let's kill that for a second. I just want everyone to see what the scene would look like with just one single practical. So we're wide open at 800 ISO with one single practical, and there's Ross. Now he's kind of lit, but he's very dark. We're gonna have to augment that from something over here. This was incredibly hot, and he was incredibly dark, and you didn't see anything else in the room. Let's start with keying him first with a Westcott light over here. When you're using practicals, especially like these barrel lamps and stuff, they are a very warm tonality. These Westcott spider lights match that tonality. We can put honeycombs and everything on it, which I think we're probably gonna have to do, or we'll dim it down and just go one circuit. But let's play it horizontal over here, and let's fire it on to him like this. Color temperature wise, what we have to match is 2270. So that's what we're looking to go for, to be able to match that light.
And the reason we like the Westcotts is because the color temperature is very warm.
Same globes that we actually have in that light right there. So we're going to mimic this light. Now the reason I'm starting and building with the practical light first is because that's going to decide how bright my moonlight is based on this light being on. And then we'll go from there. I love this mood right here. This mood is perfect. Coming from this light is absolutely awesome. It's just not bright enough. And if we put a brighter bulb in there, then it's just gonna be bright on the wall and bright on the bed, and it's, you know, it's not gonna be any different. So that requires us to bring in our light.
So the great thing about the Westcott is we have 3 circuits. So we can turn them on one at a time. That's the first circuit, the second circuit, and the third circuit. That's probably too bright.
Exactly.
So that's 2 circuits now.
Now go to 1. Okay, now let me see my color temp. We're 2476. So let's dim that down.
Coming down.
Down, 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 down. Eric, I see your light reflected in the mirror, but it looks absolutely perfect. Like the color, the tone, I love how it's light and all that stuff. So I think we just get a tape ball. Let's go to 4,000 Kelvin on the A camera, guys.
That works.
Good, nicely done. Now what I like about this is it does feel like it's coming from that practical, you know? I mean, it's wrapping him around, it looks realistic. I got this light here that's a little, it's riding the line. I got enough light on him, and I love how it's fallen off on there. And I'm worried that if we honeycomb it or something, then we're gonna lose that kind of single source. You know, it's gonna get too focused. Because I love the detail that it's kicking up in there.
How far under is this as far as the IRE is concerned? Like, how low are we willing to let these shadows go?
That's 18 in there.
18, okay.
It's definitely dark, but I think that the mood is nice.
He's right, okay.
Okay, so let's read this light. 1.5 on the Xene 24 mil, and I'm a 2. We've got that base level. Now let's get an M8 back there, and I want to talk you through matching color temps.
Like our YouTube channel and follow us. We're out there, we're slinging it. We're sharing the knowledge. I have the passion, I have the inspiration. I love talking with all of you and sharing 30+ years of experience.